As we record this, folks, we are awaiting Biden's make or break press conference, but this is going to be clipped as its own video because just before Biden's make or break press conference, he had a press conference with President who? Let's see. He had the task of introducing President Zelensky, since this is NATO summit week in Washington, D.C., and his previous event, which just ended a few minutes ago, seemed to be going well until this.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot
I'm better.
Oh, boy.
Thanks so much.
I am better. I beat moose and squirrel with one hand tied behind back.
You know you have a make or break press conference coming up, and now you've created negative headlines before you've even started it. One more time.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so focused on beating Putin.
It's like you're introducing Elie Wiesel at a Holocaust remembrance ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Hitler. Let's give it up for Hitler. Oh, I meant Elie Wiesel. That's what I meant.
So focused on the Nazi paraphernalia I found in my son's garage. Yeah. I had Hitler on the brain.
I'm sorry. We beat Hitler. That's what I meant to say.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
President
Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it.
That's a hell of a way to start out what is a make or break night. Before the real lights are on, because, you know, that was a little speech that he had written and read off the teleprompter, and apparently, from everything I know, it went well enough until that moment there. Coming up, of course, is the big boy press conference, as John Kirby said. This is going to be a big boy press conference, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it's increasingly, you know, you're seeing headlines now. I saw on the Daily Beast that Obama's former aides are sticking the knife in now. They're coming out and saying shit. There was a headline in Rolling Stone that Obama got a heads up from Clooney about that op-ed, and he did not dissuade him from writing it. So, yeah.
This is what I told you. I told you it's going to start out with the rank and file plebes, the Nadlers, and the congressmen who no one's have ever heard of, and, you know, the minor governors like the Healy in Massachusetts, and then the pressure is going to cook up even more amongst higher and higher ranking people, and that's what's happening right now. The Huffington Post top page, you know, crisis, the dam is breaking. A lot of top-ranking Democrats, a lot in Biden's inner circle now are saying they see the writing on the wall. There's no path for him to win. They need him to withdraw.
It really shows you when you consider all of this swirling around the Biden presidency, what kind of a humiliation ritual they uniquely demand from progressives, so-called progressives like AOC and Cory Bush and Bernie Sanders, that they need to go further than Fetterman in order to avoid, I don't know, having their blood drained by Stephen Miller under a full moon. I don't know what you get threatened with as a progressive if you don't do what you're told in these situations. But it's just amazing to have the people who theoretically should be the most likely to dissent, and they're bending the knee the deepest.
But are they doing what they're told by who? It seems like Biden himself and his family are the only ones that want him in. It seems like everybody else wants him out. It seems like the establishment wants him out. So who are they even pleasing?
It's a good question. It's a good question. But why would you so forcefully stick your neck out on this when the establishment is clearly turning? Did they misread it? Did they think that's what they want in order to not be fed to Moloch in the bowels of the Senate sub-basements? Like, what did they come up with that on their own? Because I can't imagine You would debase yourself on behalf of this drooling president without somebody telling you to.
It is quite something, and by the time many of you guys see this clipped version on YouTube, the press conference in question will have already happened. So enjoy this peek into the past.
Please clap.